wrong time. We're going to have to get another time so I can get the sun right. But I am going to get logged in really quick on Instagram because we're going to do it at the same time and discuss seed germination rates. So let me go ahead and let me get logged in, and then we are going to get started. So welcome, welcome. You would think I have all of this stuff together, but I don't. Okay, let's see. I got the camera turned around on this one. Let's turn the camera around. So I want to welcome you again. If y'all see me looking both ways, hello, hello. If you see me looking both ways, we are streaming from both YouTube and on Instagram, and I'm still trying to place this the cameras to where the sun is not like on me. It's a beautiful day today, still a little bit cool. I see some bees flying, but it's going to be great today. So, y'all know how I'm always like impromptu. I'm really going to get a schedule and I'm going to get one right. So, if y'all have like a preferred time that you like for me to go live, type it in the comment, type it in the chats. Hello, hello. Um, Type it in the comments or the chat. The only reason why I don't go live later in the day is because it's still getting dark, but daylight savings time is coming up. So we may be able to go on like in the evenings if we can. So if you have like a preferred time, because I know a lot of people work during lunch, but then in the evening time, a lot of people are trying to get their families together and get something to eat and just kind of, unwind. So just let me know a good time. So let's go ahead and get started because I want to show you some things and I want to talk to you about germination rates over on YouTube. Y'all, if I look a little like dark, like where you like a shadow, I am totally sorry. It looks okay on Instagram, but here it just looks really dark. But we're going to make the information happen. Okay, so thank you all for joining me both on YouTube and Instagram. The first thing, for those who you don't know me and you're just joining, my name is Ayana of Southern Entertaining, and we are teaching people to stop imagining about a garden and to create one. That's what we're doing. And I just tell people this story. I was on YouTube and Instagram kind of showing pretty pictures, but something about last year and everything that happened really wanted me to start to teach others how to grow. I think that's really like a lost hobby or art that we have gotten out of. I remember my grandmother growing, and I think that if that's something you can do, you can kind of take control of things and don't have to be so dependent, on like the grocery stores and things like that. The next thing, if you know someone who is even like thinking about gardening or mention the word grow, not only like, but make sure you share this information and let them know about us that we're teaching, people how to grow. So definitely like and share this information. And then also, I saw some new people who actually text the word let's grow to 474747. Text let's grow to 474747. I text you when we're going live, when we're having specials, when we have uh, just a whole bunch of different things, like if we got something in new or if we have a new video, because I know a lot of times life can get busy. So text let's grow to 474747, and we'll text you every time we get ready to go live or when we have a special or when we're offering a master class or something like that. And then the last one, because I had to write it down because y'all know how I can get long-winded here. The last one is, if you're new to gardening, if you want to refresh your gardening, click on the link in the bio on Instagram, download your free ebook, 5 Tips to a Flourishing Garden. For all my YouTube friends, when we get when the video gets through rendering, I'll make sure that I put all the links down in the description so that you all can get your free ebook and so that you can click on the different things. So Let's talk about what we're talking about today, y'all. We are talking about germination rates. And so, first of all, I wanted to show you I have started my roselle inside, and I'm going to put it both for Instagram and YouTube. So, we started these inside. And these are my seeds right here that we saved from the garden. We still have a few left, y'all. So on Instagram, click the first tab in the bio. We have roselle seeds. And we also have, I want to say, basil, pumpkin, spinach, and arugula left, but we are still testing some germinations on other ones. So we'll be adding within the next few weeks more seeds. But I will tell y'all, I have been going to the post office every day with orders for seeds. So I don't know how long they'll last, but I just wanted to show you the roselle seeds right here. And let's talk about germination rate. Now, a lot of the seed companies, and one thing that I can say about the germination rate, I like the companies that put the germination rate on there, and I'll tell you why. Um, is because I will know how many seeds to plant. Now, the roselle, since they came out my garden, and I'll encourage you to do it, it doesn't have to be fancy. Whenever you're starting seeds, have a journal. It could be a notebook, it could be a composition book, it could be whatever you want to, but have a journal and write this stuff down. And so, since I was not sure of the germination rate of these plants, what I did was I went ahead and I planted 2 seeds per cell tray of the roselle. And I want y'all to look really closely. Like this is almost only one cell didn't come up as two. Like it only came up as one. But this is pretty much like a 99% germination rate. And I was just like super excited. Had I known that, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, had I known that, I would have planted one seed per cell tray, because now I'm going to have to go and look at the weakest of the two and clip down one to the soil level. But it's good to journal these things, and as you continue to journal everything that you're growing in the garden, especially the seeds and how they germinate, like you will have certain companies like I do that I know if I purchase from them, the germination rates are going to be great. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. Not all seed companies put their germination rate on there, and that's okay. But what I want you to do is write down throughout your growing season, write down the seed company, write down when you started it, write down how many seeds that you planted per cell tray, or even if you direct sow it, like the radish, for example, they'll say sow every 2 inches. So if you just put 2 seeds in there, if you want to start with two, put that in there so you can know the germination rate of each seed company, and you'll know. Because what I don't want y'all to do is take a seed package and just sprinkle all of those seeds in there. I know we've all did it because I have done it too. The only time I want you to do that is if you have like a package of wildflower seeds and they tell you to sprinkle them, and you just want like a section with nothing but beautiful flowers. But when you have a seed package, y'all, please do not sprinkle that whole, like, don't sprinkle that whole package into like a cell cup like this. Don't do that, because you're wasting money and you're wasting seeds. Now, I'm going to back up and explain myself, because like I tell people, find what works for you, okay? I want you to find what works for you, but the reason why I say don't do that is because unless you're going to get like a fork or something like that and pick out those seedlings, and then you kind of risk a chance when you're disturbing them, and when you're trying to get like one or two of those plants out, you're risking it. So save money and just don't sprinkle. Do not sprinkle that whole package in there. So let me give you some examples. And I just picked some examples, and I want to show you how we go about determining how to start our seeds. Now, this way I don't do, but I know a lot of people that do it. If you really want to know if your seeds are viable, then you can get a paper towel, wet it, put the seeds in there, and put them like in a Ziploc bag, and check on them every day or every few days, and so you can kind of see if those seeds are viable. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't do that. When I get my seeds, the first thing I do, and like I said, not all seed companies put this on here, and I'm gonna show you all. Do you see how this right here says 99% germination rate? I knew this sun was going to with me. Okay, I think y'all can see it on Instagram land. So it says 99%. These are pumpkin seeds, 99% germination. So what I tell myself, this is a great germination rate. So when I get ready to plant my seeds in the cell trays, if they have a 99% germination rate, I am going to plant them one seed per cell tray. But remember what I always share with y'all, I always plant 25% more than what I think I'll need in the garden that I plan for. And the only reason why I do that is because I told y'all sometimes you can plant stuff in the garden and they will be like, I don't like this area, I'm not feeling it, and so I'm about to die, okay? Or just anything can happen. So especially if you have a plan where you've sat down and you were like, I want 10 tomato plants or something like that, and then everything was looking good, you planted 10, you had 10, but then when you put one in the garden, maybe one or two died. But if you plant a little bit more than what you need, then that way, if something happens, you have like what we call backup. And a lot of people say, well, what do I do with those? Well, I give them away. I ask somebody, do they want them? I'm all the time at the garden center, and I do stuff like that. Or sometimes where I've had a lot, I've also put them like on Facebook Marketplace for sale. You could do that as well. But plant about 25% more than what you need. And then, like I say, if the germination rate is high, just plant one seed per cell tray. Do not sprinkle this whole pack in the ground. Don't do that, because you have wasted money, in my opinion. You've wasted a lot of money if you sprinkle this whole thing in there, because they give you the directions on the back, like it's a certain spacing. So unless you're going to go out there and take the time and possibly damage the plant by digging it up and moving it where you want to, then you have to think about stuff like that. And we're all about saving money, especially if you're on a budget. You have to do that. Now, let's talk about, here's another seed package. Let me give you one that has like a low germination rate. So this is the sweet peppers, and I'll show y'all another company too, if you can see them. So that says 75% germination rate. That's a little bit low. So what I'm going to do is, for each cell tray, I'm going to plant 2 pepper seeds per cell tray, because what that does is that increases the probability of the seed, of germination. That will increase the probability 5%. So just in case one doesn't germinate, you have a higher probability if you plant them 2 seeds per cell tray. And so again, plant 25% more. So if they have a lower germination rate, then I'll plant about 2 seeds per cell and just kind of monitor it. Here is another seed company that they kind of put it on here where, y'all, me and this sun, where the germination rate, I think this one was 85%. So when they start getting below about right here, 85%. When they start getting below the 90% germination rate, then I'm pretty much going to do 2 seeds per cell tray. But if it's like 90 and above, here's some more peppers. And it just depends on the type of plant you're growing. It depends on the variety that you're growing, because all of them have germination rates. And a lot of the seed companies, what they do is they have test gardens, and this is what they do. They test the germination of like the different seeds before they sell them. But that's why I say, if they don't have it on there, make sure you journal this information, because I'm telling y'all, see, this one has a 90% germination rate, so I'm just going to do one per sale tray, and I'm only going to and I'll plant 25% more. This is a good way to save money, I'm telling you, than to just sprinkle all of the seeds at once. Now, let me just go back a little bit. The really, really tiny seeds, like a lot of our herb seeds, chamomile or chamomile, it is, it's, if y'all have seen chamomile seeds, it's really hard to get one seed like per sale tray. So a lot of times I might slip up and it may be two or three, but I try my best just not to like dump it all in there, because remember, if you put them all in there at once, then the plants are going to start growing together. They need space. You don't want them fighting for nutrients. So you have to consider that. This is my first time. Yes, so I plan to plant a few seeds to make sure my vegetables are successful. Absolutely. So yeah, make sure you always look at the instructions, as especially with spacing and then like the germination rates, because like I said before, it's all about saving money. You do not want to pour the whole seed, you don't want to pour that whole seed package in there like that, because you just have to think about how much you're, I won't call it wasting, but it's a lot you're throwing away. That's I'll use that term. Like you're throwing away a lot, and we already know how much produce cost at the store. So if you can get more than one plant, then I suggest you do that instead of pouring like the everything in there. And that's why I said I wanted to share that with y'all, because I have done that. Like I have taken tomato seeds and just sat up there and just threw them all in one. And then when you look at all the tomato seeds, you get excited because you have like all of those germinating. But then your next plan is, okay, am I going to separate these? And if you separate these, then you have to be very careful, because now you're disturbing the roots and you may send that plant into shock. I'm very frugal seed planter, and sometimes, but don't get anything. I need to find a common ground. Sometimes I don't get anything. And that's why I say it's hard, especially like, because I'll say the seeds that we buy at the garden center, they do not have the germination rates on there. But I can pretty much tell you by journaling everything over the years, I could tell you what seed companies, even at the garden center, that I prefer over the other, because one in particular, and y'all will soon find me out or come to know me a little bit better. If I don't say, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say it at all. So I don't say names or anything, but it's one seed company where their germination rate is just not really good. And when you put them, like when you put them in the separate cell trays, you may get like a 50% germination rate, and those are like fresh, viable seeds. And so I always, like I have a list pretty much from top to maybe like my top 5 that I like their seeds. And I know if I order, or if I know I go to the garden center and buy, then I know that more than likely I have a good germination rate with them. But a lot of times certain seeds that you're looking for, they're sold out, and they don't have them, so you have to go like to the next best company. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Again, the roselle, let me tell y'all about roselle really quick, because it has so many uses. And last year I only grew 2. You can make teas, you can make jams, you can make jelly, you can put them on salad, you can pick them fresh, and like take the outer layer off and use it. But my main purpose for the roselle is I like to make tea, because for me it has a lot of medicinal benefits to it. So I always make tea with it. I haven't made the jams or jelly with it yet. I have seen a lot of people who put it on their salad, so I may try that. But I only have a little bit. Like I harvested and I dried a whole lot, so I only have a little bit left. And I'm eager to go ahead and get these planted. Now, I'm not going to plant all, but I'm going to plant more than 2 plants like I did last year, because if I want, and that's another good thing too that's another good thing to journal. Like, say for instance, you want to grow a plant and have it last like throughout the winter season. See how much it takes until the next growing season, and then make that assessment. That'll help you know how much you need to start for the next season. Especially like with, I'll just give an example, like tomatoes. If you want to take tomatoes and can them or make sauce with it and freeze them, how much is it going to take when the tomatoes stop growing, um, that you need to grow so that you can have the whole season? And so that's what happened to me with the roselle. Is I am almost out, and it's going to be a while until these are ready to start fruiting and harvesting. But what I am going to do is I'm thinking about planting five this year. Um, if not five, at least three, because they gave us a flush of the blooms of the calyx, is what they call it. They gave us a calyx twice. So a lot of the plants here in coastal Georgia, what they'll do is they will put on a big flush in spring, and then it gets so hot and so humid here. So in I say about mid June to August, they just kind of take a chill pill and they chill out. And then as it starts to cool down a little bit, they'll start, reproducing and fruiting again. And so I also have to think about that as well. So if you all have any questions for me as far as the germination rate, I want to recap really quick about the germination rate and how we plant the seeds. So again, if you do purchase seeds from a company that has germination rate, you can go about it a few ways, but do what works for you. The first way would be if you wanted to put them in the paper towels and wet them and put them in a Ziploc bag and see the germination that way, you can. Or if you have a seed package where they have the germination rate, my go-to is if it's 90 or above. If it's 90 or above, I'm going to plant one seed per cell tray. If it's about under 90, I'm going to do two seeds per cell tray. And you don't have to do cell trays. You can do cups. You could do whatever you want to plant them in. If you're going to like start your seeds inside, even if you're going to direct sow them and it says to plant, every few inches, then just look at the germination rate. If you don't have it for the time being, as you continue to garden, you'll learn what companies you like as far as their seeds. Journal it down. Make sure you put how many seeds that you started, even if you direct sow. Because for radish, a lot of times what I'll do until I can know that variety of radish is I'll do two seeds per like direct sown, because radishes are best when you direct sow them. So I'll do two seeds like per hole, and then I'll journal in my book everything that's going on. So if I had a great germination rate with my radish from the particular seed company, then I know when I'm ready to plant them again, I'm not going to do two seeds per hole. I'm just going to do one, and that's how you get to know the companies that are better for you. We may need to succession plant tomatoes. Yes, this year I am definitely going to succession plant tomatoes, because I was so sad. We were able to get tomatoes this season up until about mid-November, and then this season was a little bit colder than what it normally is in coastal Georgia. So I have tomatoes that I have started from seed inside, and I know that I've started too many. I have started way more than what I need and went over my 25%, but I'm just giving myself that little, what I call like an insurance to, if something happens, then I'll have more. But what I will do is, like you said, I am going to succession plant, because I just love like making sauces and different things. I think I've planted basil is another herb that I grow lots of, because I will freeze it and make pesto with it, and then during the winter months, we'll use them in different sauces and stuff like that. So you have to think about it and do what works for you and your family and what you like. But just think about that with the germination rate. The big takeaway, y'all, is do not, unless it's wildflowers, do not take a seed package and just sprinkle all of the seeds in, because if you don't get them out, the plants are going to, they're just going to start fighting for nutrients, and somebody is going to lose. Somebody is going to lose. So just think about it like that. And plus, you want to save money because we're trying to do more with less. And so don't do that. If y'all can just remember that part. So if you have any questions, I'll stay on for another few minutes, and then we will get ready to we'll get ready to end. But I just wanted to jump on today. And again, we have a few seeds left, but I'm telling y'all, every day I'm packaging up, going to the post office. So we have a few seeds left. I will put the links for YouTube in the description, but it's www.southernentertaining.com/seeds. We are still doing some testing on our butterfly pea flower because that is the most highly requested from last season. So many people wanted those seeds, and I told them, like, I'm real particular with quality, and I wanted to make sure that I test the germination rate before we are able to offer them to you, because I don't want to send you something I haven't tested and then you get disappointed and you get, like, y'all feel a certain type of way and, like, you know what, I'm not getting anything else from her. Like, I'm like that with companies. And that's how I try to pride myself on just making sure that whatever I mail out, I have I have tested it. I've tested it and I know it. I just wanted to okay, y'all, on YouTube, I am going to figure out about these, y'all, the comments, because they keep getting I got to figure this out. I think I got it. So good morning to everybody on YouTube and on Instagram. My basil is going to be fighting. Okay, so are you telling me you take your basil and sprinkle it everywhere? Okay. I just want to tell you, oh, thank you so much. Y'all, we're all going to get our garden ready and prep really quick. Make sure you like and comment. And then just really quick, y'all, because I get long-winded. Let me know in the comments, is it time for y'all? Like, how is the weather? Because this week, I am hardening off a lot of plants. It is getting up to 81 here this week. And so this is the thing that I want to tell you to be careful. And my mom used to always tell me about the Easter snap, where you think that you're ready for spring and then you get that last cold snap. And that's how a lot of us kill a lot of plants in the garden, especially if we set out like things like bell pepper and tomatoes. Seriously, like if we get that cold snap, because y'all know they don't do frost. It was 30 degrees this morning, but like for the rest of the week, it's supposed to be like 81. So we have some of our YouTube friends saying they are getting prepped and they are getting ready. So what I like to do is go. I'm not saying it's 100% correct, but I like to go and look at the weather forecast in my area for maybe like the next 30 days, because my grow room is so full right now that I cannot fit another thing on the grow rack. Stuff is on the floor right now, and I feel bad because I know it's not getting the light that it needs, but I had to put it on the floor. 70s today. Oh, light. Did I see something about snow? I think somebody said something. Oh, gosh. Snow. I think I seen something about snow. That one stood out. So hopefully the snow is going to be over. Okay, so we have some friends in Virginia. The weather is warming up. I just love Virginia weather, y'all. Let me tell you, it is just so nice during the summer. My sister stays in Williamsburg, so I haven't been able to go see them, especially last year. We try to get down and see each other, but I don't know. We're just going to have to figure out something. Oh, wow. 4B. Devin Gray, 4B. Bless your heart. It's going to be okay. Your time is coming. It's going to be okay. Wow, 4B. That seems like it's pretty cold. Thank you for okay, hope you all have a nice day. 8B, yes, Angela. 30 degrees here in Florida. Yeah, it was 30 this morning, and I was like, okay, where did this come from? And a couple of my cabbage, although cabbage is a cool weather flower, we had a couple of days where I can tell it took a little damage from the cold. It's starting to pop back, but that's something you have to be careful with. And I was lazy that day, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm totally honest with y'all. Some days I get lazy. I looked at the weather and I said to myself, I said, you need to go out there and put those frost blankets. So y'all don't do that. Don't just go just go ahead and prep. Like, I'm telling you, some of the things that I still do, yeah, glorious day in South Carolina. Some of the things that I do, I know better. I know better and I should be doing better. But what I will do is, as I'm hardening off some of these plants, if I do see where we're going to have that cold, like Easter snap, I am going to go and make sure that I take care of, my plants, because we are definitely, I'm super excited. And before I go, I want y'all to just tell me, do y'all feel this way? Like, we're so ready for the gardening season to come, but then when the gardening season comes, you start feeling like you're behind, like you should have been like on it or doing. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, the weather is starting to be beautiful, but now I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I am getting behind. So, what I have to say about that is, just make you a list of three things or whatever you can handle, because we have, like, I work full time, and you just have things to do. So if you ever feel like you're just getting overwhelmed, I am a list person, okay, y'all. I will write down a list in a minute. I try to do, when I start getting a little bit overwhelmed, like now, because I cleaned out my strawberry bed, and we have the video coming up Wednesday. So I'll put that out, where we had to clean out our strawberry bed, and we have a snail and slug problem here. So we're giving away we're sharing some tips, not giving away, but sharing some tips on how we combat the snails and slugs in the garden. But as I was walking around, I was just like, oh my gosh, it is really coming. And so, what I am doing now is three things every day I need to do. Don't overwhelm yourself, because gardening is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be relaxed. And you're not supposed to be stressed, anxious. And because when you start feeling like that, that is when you start to not enjoy it as much. You're supposed to enjoy the garden. So, like today, I wrote down that I need to feed my leafy greens with my fish fertilizer. So I'm going to feed my leafy greens today. I'm going to repot my tea plants today. And then I'm also going to go around to the containers that don't get the irrigation. I'm going to go and water those. And if I can get that done today, that's great. But if I don't beat yourself up about it. Roll it over to the next day. Just roll it over. Yes, relax, write the plans down, and stick to it. Yes, ma'am, my eternity. That's what you got to do, because we're not here to stress ourselves out about a garden. We got enough stress going on in the world. We're out here to enjoy nature and to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And if we look at it that way, over the gardening season, when the garden starts to reward you, you'll want to do like me, and you'll just want to keep expanding. You just want to keep expanding. So, thank you all so much. That's my goal for this year. Yes, just make a list. Don't get, and that's why I tell people, if you don't get to the list, because life happens. It's a lot of days. I may write down three, I might get one thing done, but you haven't stopped. You're still moving. As long, like I tell people, don't stop. You might move at a slower pace, but don't stop, and don't get frustrated, because you're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to be able to walk outside and just be thankful. I'm telling you, sometimes I come out here and I'm just so thankful, because I'm just like thankful for my space that I have, and thankful for just having the ability to grow. And so that's what I want to share with y'all too. I want y'all to have that same feeling, like, just, I can grow this. I can grow this without being frustrated. So, again, y'all make sure y'all comment or DM me or put it on YouTube um, if you would like another time, because like I said, the sun around noon is crazy. And then I know that around 6, a lot of people are taking care of their families. But as when daylight savings time, y'all don't quote me, I think it's this Sunday. So we'll have more light, and so maybe in the evenings, We can do some evening times during the week as well. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. So y'all enjoy your day, and then let's get ready for the gardening season. And also, if you have some suggestions of some topics you want me to talk about, put that in the comments, DM me, let me know, because a lot of times I just do stuff around the garden, and then I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna go on live and I'm gonna talk about that. So that's where the germination rate came up, because I have to repot. I have to get these roselle out of their. They got to come out so that they can grow, and they grow really quick. They get about 4 feet wide by 4 feet, maybe 5 feet height. We're putting these in the ground. Last year we grew them in containers, so the container is going to contain. So it really didn't grow to its full potential. But if I remember the seeds that I got the year before last from the gardener, actually he's a farmer down in coastal Georgia. Oh my gosh, what is their name? Because their farm is like hundreds of years old, and we took a tour. And one of the things when we took a tour is he gave us those roselle seeds, and then I was able to plant them, and now I'm able to get my own seeds. So I think he had a row. I think he said they get like 4 feet wide to about 4 to 5 feet height. Um, if I want to, if I'm not mistaken. How does the roselle taste? It's like they call it like it's very tangy, kind of like cranberry. Like you could taste a little bit of, it's tart. That's the word I'm looking for. It is tart. But again, I use it for medicinal purpose because it is known to help. I have to be very careful in my wording. It is known to aid the body in lowering blood pressure, and it's known to aid getting like excessive water off. So I drink tea because of the roselle. I just make the roselle tea, but I have known many people who've made jams and jellies, and I think I'm not from Jamaica, but I think the drink is called sorrel. Like it's a Jamaican drink that they make out of the roselle. I think they put like cinnamon and some other spices in there, but I know the tea is really good. A lot of times I will do the roselle tea with ginger, like in the afternoon. I want one of those so bad, especially for they are up on the website Seed Addicts. We have them on our website. Go to www.southernentertaining.com/seeds, and I'm telling you, they have been selling. I have been going to the post office every day because a lot of people are asking about the roselle and the butterfly pea flowers. I also use the butterfly pea flowers and tea. I'll come and get on and talk about that once I'm satisfied with my germination rate, because again, it's so important, y'all, and I'm gonna get off here. It's so important. See, I'm jotting down everything about my butterfly pea flower, like when I planted it, and they have already started germinating, but all of them haven't germinated, and I want to do the true germination rate of the butterfly pea seed so that I know when I mail off something that it is quality. I'm big on doing the right thing and just making sure that whenever y'all hear me recommend something, suggest something, that I have tested it as well. And that is what's coming out on my video Wednesday as well, where I tell people I'm not recommending it. This is just what I got. Let me test it before I recommend it. So, okay, so that's it. You all have a good afternoon. I'm gonna get off here for real. For real this time. I told y'all I can talk and talk and talk about plants, but you all enjoy your week. And again, if you want to be notified when we go live, just text Let's Grow, LETSGROW to 474747, because every time I get ready to go live on YouTube and Instagram, I'll send out a text and I'll let you know what time. So you enjoy your days, y'all. We only have a few more days and it's officially going to be spring. And to my gardening friend that is in zone 4B, I think, please stay warm. Please stay warm. I think it came up. Yeah, Minnesota. It's 60 today. It's getting there. It's getting there. But it's coming really, really good. It's coming really soon. So y'all take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, y'all.